Welcome to OSIKANI TV on YouTube once again. Let's talk about the Black Stars team, Ghana Football Association, Sports Ministry, and some few other quick updates we need to know. In this one, we will check out yesterday after the President of the land, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, delivered his State of the Nation's address at the floor of Parliament. The outcome, what is actually going on. The GFA, they are speaking. We have the spokesperson, Mr. Henry Asante, he has spoken today concerning what the president said. We also have Nana Odro-Safo. He is a GFA ESCO member. For him, he is throwing some fire that I don't just understand. Is he guilty of what the president said, or does he have problem with it? I don't know, but we will take the reactions coming in from the Ghana Football Association. Also, on the next call-up, when should we expect it? The spokesperson actually spoke about it. Then when camp will begin and all the other details that will follow, we will talk about it. In this update, then also check out some few ones from the ongoing Super Zonals. Today, I was in Cape Coast to witness this, and I tell you guys, it was just amazing. Super amazing. Central Region Super Zonals was just something that you cannot actually have to miss. Yesterday I missed it, but today I was there to witness all the other ones. So you can check out OSIKANI TV Plus. I'll be uploading the other, short videos and highlights over there, so you can go there and enjoy yourself. St. Augustine's, Adisadel, Fantipim, yes, amazing chaps, a lot of talent that Ghana we can pick from. If you have joined me, take your time, like the video as always. After that, if you are new, please subscribe to this channel. Put us on post notification so that I'll drop latest update, you'll be the first person to get and also enjoy. Leave your thoughts and comment in the comment box, and after watching the video, please share the link so that others will also come here and enjoy the latest on this channel. Let me talk about the GFA. Before then, as I said, I was in Cape Coast today, so let me talk a little bit about it. The rest will be on OSIKANI TV Plus, and later on we also feed you with what happened in Ashanti region. I'm hearing Prempeh College and the other schools are also doing amazing stuff over there. Yes, so today we had Infante Pim's Jonathan Ofori Nkrumah. He was crowned the best athlete for the boys side in this particular Central Region Super Zonals. Then Ednaman SHS Portia Nkrumah was also crowned the best athlete girls at the Central Region Super Zonals. So these athletes just did so amazingly well for their schools, and I really salute them for that. It was just an interesting stuff over there. One athlete who has been trending everywhere is Joseph Ando Kofi. Joseph Ando Kofi, what an amazing athlete. 100 meters, he cleared it easily, 10.05 seconds. Then if you go to 200 meters, he was there. 4x1, he helped his school to win. 4x4, he also helped his school to win. And just go to OSIKANI TV Plus after watching this one. The rest of the videos will be uploaded over there for you guys to enjoy. So that is just a brief one on the Central Region Super Zonals. And today I was there to enjoy it, and I was so happy with the talent I saw. So let's actually improve them. And I was happy interviewing the boy that is talking of Ando Kofi, the 100 meters champion. In fact, he said that he's the best in the whole Central Region. He says that already he's part of the Ghana national team athletics, so they are actually training him. One day we will see him up there. Let me talk about the GFA and what is actually going on. So yesterday, after the president delivered his speech and made it clear that henceforth the GFA budgets that they will present to the governments, concerning the next World Cup qualifiers and all the other tournaments are going to be made public. Nana Odro-Safo has spoken about it. Before we come to the spokesperson, Nana Odro-Safo, he spoke on Connect FM, and this quote is from GTV Sports Plus. This is what he said on Connect FM. The president has been misled in making that statement. The GFA does not spend on the Black Stars. The FA submits the budget for approval, and once approved, the ministry handles all financial matters. If Ghanaians seek accountability, they should direct their concerns to the ministry. That is what he said. The ESCO member, Nana Odro-Safo, on what the president actually said. So I don't know why he's basically saying this. I don't know whether he's guilty about the whole statement from the president or something. I just don't know why Nana Odro-Safo should say this, but that is what he said on, Connect FM today. Let's see how things will go in the coming days, and let's check out what the spokesperson, Mr. Henry Asante, has to say concerning the Black Stars budgets, or the president saying that the budgets will be made public henceforth. Also concerning Coach Otuado, Black Stars Management Committee members going to visit some players. When the squad is going to be out, he spoke about it. When the team has to be together, start training, and a whole lot of stuff. Let's check out all these ones as he spoke with Sporty FM today in an extended interview. So kindly take your time, grab some popcorn, and enjoy this particular part of the interview. And I'll catch you guys in the next one with some other amazing stuff.
Henry Asante Chum, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning.
Matt, good morning.
Yes, how are you doing, Henry?
What do you?
Wonderful. Your thoughts on the president's call for transparency in terms of the national team budget, especially the Black Stars. The GFA works closely with the Black Stars, getting it ready for tournaments and all of that. And the president wants more light to be thrown onto the expenditure of the national teams, especially the Black Stars. What do you make, or what does the GFA make of the president's call from the State of the Nation address yesterday?
But let me admit that we are very grateful to the president for highlighting the significance of the main 6 matches in the World Cup qualifying. We also of the Black Stars being the pale shadow of its glory. To change the fortunes of the team, especially this time going into crucial on the back.
And if you can hear me, can you please reposition yourself if possible? The line seems to be breaking at a certain point, so we can't seem to hear you well.
Okay. Is it better now?
Okay, I think it's better now. So you can make your thoughts, and then we'll assess the line as we go along.
Okay, so I was only emphasizing the need for all of us to recognize. I think we looking at the performance of the team in the risk of need. Yes, we were the first to admit that the team is in its pale shadow of itself, like the president mentioned, and then also we should be the first to admit that Ghanaians are disappointed based on recent results of the team. So it is about time we come together to work on recapturing the glory and the status, as it were. We were once a powerful football house on the African continent, but recent times it hasn't been good. Now, on the budget, this is the process. Before I answer your question, I would like to take your listeners through the process. When the Black Stars, let me use the upcoming games for example.
Okay.
When the Black Stars are getting ready for competitions, whether a one-off game or a tournament. In this case, let me say we are 3 weeks away from playing Chad and Madagascar. So what we do as a federation or as an association is to put figures together. This is not a tournament, so flight tickets, accommodation for the team, feeding for the team, possibly winning bonus, and then per diem for players and technical staff. And occasionally officials will travel with the team. Now when we put these figures together, we make a presentation to the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Now the ministry then forwards those figures to Cabinet for approval. Between the ministry and Cabinet, we do not play any role. There are occasions where the budget or the figures we present to the ministry is reduced, or some is completely taken out of the proposed budget that we present to the ministry. So between the sports ministry and Cabinet, we do not come in. The ministry then gets back to the FA to say, okay, you presented A, B, C, D, and we have approved E, F, G, H, and that's final. We do not have an input, we do not have say we did not challenge the ministry while we presented 2 cedi and you approved 1 cedi. We did not come in.
Okay.
So making budgets of the Black Stars public is not the responsibility of the Football Association. It's not. We don't come in at all. Making Black Stars budgets public is the responsibility of the ministry. Because the farthest we go is to present the budget, and it ends there. Again, when the budget is approved, the money is not given to the SA. Once the budget is approved and the team is traveling to a tournament, the ministry decides that an accountant travels with the team. And this accountant pays the players, they sign a claim sheet, and he to his bosses claims to regard expenditure of the team within a particular period of time. In all of these processes, we do not come in. So making budgets public or making expenditure public is not the responsibility of the SA. It's the responsibility of the ministry, and the ministry represents government. So if the government today has decided to make Black Stars budgets public, it is good for all of us. It's for our general good. At the end of the day, Ghanaians deserve to know how much is expended on the team, not only the Black Stars, but all the other national teams. Not only football, but all the other federations and disciplines. And this is something that I think we all need to know. There is a line between presenting a budget and then approving a budget. The approval body is the ministry and government. And once that body is the ministry and government, they have to make it known to the public and not the SA.
Okay, I mean
especially when we do not touch money. The money is not as if once the budget is approved, okay, 2 million has been approved, GFA come for the 2 million. No, that's not what happens. What happens is that the 2 million stays with government. They give it to a spending officer. He travels with the team to the tournament venue or the game venue. He pays the players. He pays the technical team. There is a claim sheet. They take the ADM. When maybe, okay, we went to Angola. You remember? To play against Angola in the AFCON qualifier.
Yes.
Then Ishahaku Fatawu got injured. Immediately we had to rush him to the hospital. I will give you another example. 3 years ago, we went to Central Africa and we went to Angola again to play against Central Africa Republic. If you remember, Jonathan Mensah collapsed on the pitch.
Yes, I remember.
We rushed him to the hospital. Bills and all of that. The ministry's accountant, who holds the budget, went to the hospital, paid the money, took receipts, and reverted to Accra with the receipts. When we travel and the team needs, let's say, fruits, banana, pasta, bandage, gentian violet, medical, those petty things that the medics use. They find the nearest hospital, they go with the spending officer, they go for the items, he pays for those items, and he reverts to Accra with receipts. We don't touch money. Never has it happened that the FA takes budget to ministry approves the budget, and they give the money to the FA. It has never happened. Never. So it's the responsibility of the government to make the people aware that for this tournament, the FA presented $2 million. We as a government have approved the budget or the proposal, and we have approved $1.2 million. It ends there. We cannot fight. We are not a body that is so irresponsible to respond positively to the plight of the state in this challenging period and say, no, we presented $4 million, you have to approve it at all costs. This is how it's done, Nathan.
Well, I mean, that's good. Thank you for the clarity. Now, second and final, no, not the final question, but my second question is, so in terms of national team budgets, that's quite clear. What about technical team members who the FA recommends or appoints? How does that work? Who pays their salaries, and how does the GFA fit in that dynamic?
We are the appointing authority. We go through all the processes. In appointing or in recruitment, in public administration or in recruitment, you either headhunt or you open for applications. People come in, you do a shortlist, you go through an interview process, and then you finally make an appointment. These are the two known procedures or processes in appointing coaches in this country.
Okay.
Once we go through the process, we have to go back to the ministry and inform the ministry that we have gone through process A, B, C, D and settled on candidate Nathan Kwao or candidate Imota Echakwa Achabo. Then the ministry will ask questions. Ultimately, the minister will ask questions. Eventually, there is an agreement. We come to salary and remuneration. The proposal from the candidate or the person who has been chosen for the job is made known to the minister. Then we judge and agree that, okay, the person says he wants maybe $15,000 a month. The ministry says, oh, we can't pay $15,000. Can you go back to the person and renegotiate? This is how much we can pay. So we go back and renegotiate and revert to the minister or the ministry. Once there is an agreement, we send all the documents to the ministry for payment monthly. The account details of the person and what have you is given to the ministry, and at the end of the month, we only follow up to ensure that our staff is paid. Because when it is that coaches are fired and they decide to go to FIFA or CAS, they don't take the government to FIFA or CAS, they take the SC. So it's our responsibility to ensure that the government of Ghana pays the coaches every month. That's our responsibility.
Okay.
Now, let's not also forget that apart from the Black Stars, none of the national team coaches are remunerated by the state. I remember we had meetings upon meetings with the former minister, Honorable Isaac. He promised to work on it. It didn't happen. With the immediate past minister, Honorable Mustafa Yusuf, it didn't happen. And then now we have Honorable Kofi Adams. We will continue to engage and give reasons why these coaches deserve to be remunerated. However, in the interim,
so Henry,
we have
before you continue, I just want to ask, so if they are not paid by the state, who pays them?
That's what I was coming to.
Okay, all right. Please.
We have put in measures to ensure that these coaches are given something whenever they find themselves in Pampam. You know, anytime you see national teams camping in Pampam from selection stage, for instance, as we speak, the technical team of the Black Starlets have been in the northern part of Ghana for the past 2 weeks. All the expenses are taken care of by the FA. Transportation, accommodation, feeding, per diem, everything is being taken care of by the FA. When they arrive, they will do the southern sector. We will still be paying them. Once they finish and they select the players and send them to Pampam, until they are ready for a competition, government doesn't come in. We pay everything. Feeding, everything. Per diem, everything. We pay. For the junior national teams, from selection point to team building point, the FA takes care of every single penny. And this has been the situation since I joined the FA 4.5 years ago. I don't know what happened in the past. I am talking about what I have witnessed in the last 4.5 years.
Wow, that's quite interesting. So let's go to the senior national team head coach's salary. You mentioned that if I get you right, he is paid by the state. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if that is the case, how come we do not know, for example, publicly how much Otoado earns? Why is that situation there? Is it something wired into his contract that prevents us from knowing, or it is a failure of the sports ministry to put out that information into the public domain?
Every single document that covers the coach is sent to the ministry. I think that if it is that ministry see the need to make Ghanaians know how much the Black Stars coach is paid, that should be the case. We are not in a position to hide anything. He is a public servant. For instance, me, I am not paid by the state. I am not paid by the state, so my office can decide not to make my salary public, which is fair. But he is paid by the state, so and not him alone. His technical team, the assistant and the first assistant and the two assistants are paid by the state. So.
And what about the other members of the back room, the video analysts, all these other people?
They are not full-time staffed employees, so they are not salaried workers of the association.
Okay, but whatever it is they earn, who pays that?
Which one?
Yeah, I'm talking about the back room. You just mentioned that they are not full-time.
The only time they earn money is when the team is in action. For instance, there is a game that will be played in Accra and Morocco.
Yes.
That is the only time they earn money. They earn money for being in camp. They are given per diem, and then if the team wins, they are entitled to winning bonus.
So who pays those? Is the per diem and the bonus? Is it the FA or the state? Okay.
The state.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's. I think that's quite clear. So from what you're saying, it means that if we have any questions concerning, for example, Otoado's salary, we would have to direct those questions to the sports ministry.
Absolutely.
I see. Well,
absolutely, because the state, if the statement by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is anything to go by, he says nothing. The taxpayers' money is paid, is used to pay the Black Stars, blah blah blah. So it means that once the state spends on these individuals, the state is entitled to know how much goes into their working conditions or remuneration whatsoever. So I think yes, it will not be far-fetched to contact the ministry for these details.
Just finally, Henry, you mentioned the Black Stars. They are playing two very important games later this month. One in Accra, one in Morocco. So far, how are Prez going from the FA's perspective? How are Prez going? What are the things that have been done to ensure that the Black Stars will be in a good place so they can win? They haven't won a game in a very, very, very long time. We all want them to win. So what has the FA been doing to ensure that they can, the team can get the result we all want?
Yes, the last time the Black Stars won a game was in June 2024. And that is appalling.
Yes. So we went 6 whole months without winning a game.
To put it blunt, yes, this is not the Black Stars we've known for years. So it means that we all have to work hard to ensure that things get better. Going to the next round of World Cup qualifiers. We've been working a lot. But the funny thing about national team is that until the players step onto the pitch, people think that nothing is being done. The new Black Stars Management Committee have been working. The last time I came to your show, I told you how hard they have been working since they assumed office, yes. The number of meetings they have had, and the fact that they have tasked each and every one of them to be take responsibility for different assignments is one of the reasons why our former captain, who is the vice chairman of the committee, traveled to Europe to speak with the players, to give them new energy. And then also we decided that players who got injured on national team call must be paid, must be given special attention. And so the president himself, the vice, traveled to England to visit Abdul Fattah al-Shahaku. Later, the president of Stephen Appiah traveled to France to visit Ali Duseidu. It's all part of the preparations, to make these players understand that we are part of them. We appreciate their efforts and what they put into their national team or international career. We've also taken the pain to visit almost every player who matters. Almost every player who matters. While the leadership of the FA was going around, we also had technical team members doing this because we cannot afford to slip twice on the spin. So there was a need for us to attach special importance to the upcoming games. Now we've been dealing with FIFA in terms of venues, in terms of dates. Correspondence have been ongoing, and then eventually the Accra Sports Stadium has been approved as the venue for the against Chad. And the date, as was announced yesterday, is March 21. And then we've also been waiting on FIFA to confirm the venue for the Madagascar game because they have not been playing in Antananarivo for quite some time. We were thinking that they were going to play in South Africa. You know, these things help in planning, you know, because once you know the venue for your first game, you should know the venue for your second game. It helps in planning, it helps in traveling arrangements, it helps in accommodation arrangements. So we are grateful to FIFA that we have received that information ahead of time. We will be going to Morocco. Myself and the head of the national team department have been speaking to our colleagues in Morocco to get more information on the match venue and also make arrangements for hotel and all of that. So those are the things we have been doing in the last few months. I am sure that per the FIFA regulations, within 14 days to the games, the coach needs to submit his list, and then we send the invitation to the clubs. So we are waiting for the technical team to submit their list, after which it will be scrutinized, and then within that 14-day period, we will send out the invitation to the clubs, and then we will make the squad public, and then also we will indicate when the players will start arriving, and then physical preparation will get underway ahead of the two games.
Henry, just finally, let's just go back a few steps to this appointment and who pays. I just want to ask one final question on that. Winfred Schaefer, what's his status? Who covers his wage now that he's here to support the Black Stars?
Of course, it's the state. This is not the first time we have appointed a technical advisor for the Black Stars. When Chris Hilton was here, he was being paid by the state.
Okay, all right. I think that puts to bed a lot of the questions we've been asking. But Henry, thank you so much.